This is part 2 of the series Elements and Supernatural for Webtoons. Feel free to check out the first part focusing on fire. And as a reminder, I won't be showing you how to draw water realistically, but rather a simpler style, particularly for when drawing webcomics to save work. For this video, I'll be focusing on drawing water and oceans for Webtoons. Pure water has a slight tint of blue, but usually in nature, water is not pure and is combined with materials such as sand and other minerals. And so the color blue comes from the water molecules absorbing only the red part of the visible light spectrum, which leaves behind colors of blue in the spectrum. Bubbles appearing as a white foam mostly occur from pressure changes in the water, affecting the solubility of gases within. Particularly in the context of drawing water in webcomics, we'll be focusing on turbulence being the cause of the bubbles. When water flows rapidly or encounters obstacles, it can create areas of low pressure where dissolved gases come out of solution, forming bubbles. First, I'll show you an example with a still glass filled with 3/4 water. Keep a copy of the line art of the bottom of the cup to keep the perspective consistent. Duplicate the oval and bring it up to 3/4 and stretch it to meet the edges. Copy the edited oval and turn up visibility. On the new layer below, block in a light blue. Delete the above oval layer. Change the layer's opacity to 40%. On a new layer, block in dark blue for both the bottom water and turn visibility back on for the copied oval in a lighter dark blue. Change the opacity for both to 15%. On another clipped layer to the base below the shaded ovals, block out the sides of the water with the dark blue, with distorted triangles around the corners. If we say the strongest light comes from the left, make the shadows on the right larger. For the top of the water, color in a block following the edges, but leave the left side thinner in shadows. Make a new clip layer below and add 30% opacity and select a light blue. For extra effect, add 1 or 2 more curved lines for ripples on the surface. This will convey that the glass is slightly moved. As the whole drawing is on opacity, if you change the background, it will be see-through. For more effect, distort the background behind the glass curved inwards. Now let's say water is being poured into the cup instead. On the new layer above, copy the base color and block out a streamline. Surrounding the bottom of the streamline, draw a splash, which is basically combined triangles with small droplets emerging from the points. Next is the shading. With our dark blue, block out the following edges of the stream, top and from the point of contact between the surface and stream. Draw ripples. Next is the lighting wherever light hits. Below the surface, draw a small inwards curve. Draw air bubbles surrounding it. Bring this layer back to 40% opacity. Next is an ocean in daytime. Block out a dark teal blue on a new layer to where the ocean would be. Make a new clip layer, select gradient and select the colors of Persian blue and a dark teal. Bring it from top to bottom in the direction of the sea. On another new clipped layer, change your brush to light watercolor, select a turquoise and color over the shallow waters of the beach, where the sand is still visible in the water. Select the neighboring color and blend in the edges to convey the eventual slope down the sand. In this case, we also have rocks, which means that they will cast a shadow. Remove the turquoise in this area to depict this. On another layer, select a pale mint and brush along the edges of the ocean. Because the water hits against the rocks as well, draw this along the rock edges and connect to the main foam. Clipping again on another layer, watercolor, and draw wavy organic lines along the rest of the ocean, keeping in mind that the further it appears to the eye, the smaller the gaps between objects are. So first the gaps are large, but further down the gaps slowly close. Project alpha and gradient from a color slightly lighter than the dark teal blue to the turquoise. Airbrush lightly around at random, then add some variety to the line thickness and color in some patches neighboring these lines. Add streaks of light in pale mint. Next, I'll show you how to draw it with large waves. Bring it back to the gradient layer with the turquoise watercolor undertone and light along the edges. On that layer, draw lines curving up to meet at pointed ends with pen, where the top of the waves would be. For this example, I'll make 3 lines. Make additional waves that hit against rocks, or any other formations. On a new layer below, make vein-like lines connecting the waves, curved inwards to the water to show the wave's shape. Add variety to the line's weight. Protect alpha to this layer and select wave by wave gradient turquoise to light turquoise. Underneath these two layers, select watercolor brush turquoise with a stronger green and block out top of each wave. Then with the halved opacity, make a second band beneath. With the dark teal, lightly make a last band across the waves. Next we draw splashes. Repeat the steps from the still ocean to make tones for the rest. Make the tones behind the waves slightly stronger to convey an approaching wave and some light streaks. And instead, you can make parts of the waves collapsing early, and the crashes against the rock stronger. Redraw the connecting veins, then draw splashes along the bottom of the collapses, then recolor beneath with turquoise. With the previous waves, you can top up the weight and tones. I'm gonna end this video here because it's getting too long for me, so next week I'll be uploading the final part to this tutorial on water, where I'll be looking at other water bodies and water superpowers. Thanks for watching and subscribe if you would like to keep updated with my work, and see you in the next video.